Hey YouTube, Reagan's Ridge here. Going to go ahead and show you my finds from the Wentzville Flea Market here this October 17th, 2021. I think I did pretty good today myself, but it all depends on what you're looking for and, well, what you find. So, first off, I found a dollar store, a guy with a dollar table. It was fantastic. He had a bunch of stuff that I thought was a pretty good find. So, I got this, and this is multi-colors, this tape that basically only adheres to itself. Self-adhesive bandage wrap cohesive tape. They're calling it a 24 pack of 3-inch by 5 yards. So $1. Says that it's got an expiration date in 2023, but I have some of this stuff left over from a Doberman from like 15 years ago, and the stuff's still fine. So I think it's going to be just all right. Got these roll bar grip handle set for Jeeps or whatever. It says it goes from 1.5 to 3-inch round, padded or non-padded. It's got some grips so you can put it around for getting in vehicles or maybe carrying things. $1. I know, Minecraft. I like Minecraft. So this Minecraft Earth, I think they're little cute little collectibles. I'm going to hang on to them. $1, $1. A little rechargeable blender. It's kind of interesting description. Juice cup fruits. Little portable blender though. $1. These things look like they're either overstocks or returned, possibly just damaged packaging, whatever. Anyhow, set of pruning shears, 2-piece set, $1. I mean, what did I say? It's $1. So ignore that. Just some gas grill hose and regulators, $1. $1. This was not $1. Little Samsung speaker here. Whoops. Little Samsung speaker, and this is interesting. It's rechargeable. It's not super great, but yeah, it twists open, I'm guessing, to get more bass response. I didn't notice that until I got it home. This was not from the dollar table, but it was also $1. I haven't tried charging it yet, but I'm going to guess that it probably works just fine. Anyhow, that and the cords came in a little box. Guy had a bunch of them. It's the guy that I normally get the coffee from, or the coffee that I was going to show you last week. Then, like I said, that was from a different guy. So is this. This, I looked it up, and apparently this, I just saw that it was an HD radio module. I didn't know from what. That looks like an AM antenna on the back, and standard just F connector. So I'm thinking high definition radio module. The guy had a whole bunch of stuff that was like a home intercom and integrated sound system stuff. So I thought perhaps that this was just an add-on module. Maybe I can hack. It turns out that it's a preamplifier unit for Marantz or Denon equipment. I looked it up. It's about a $50 unit if there's a buyer. I mean, if somebody has to actually need it. I'm going to see if there's a way that I can get this thing to actually produce HD radio without having the receiver. And again, I'm a sucker for radio stuff, so here, I'll get to this first. I got this from the same guy that I got the Marantz Denon HD unit. It's just a gooseneck flexible adapter. Paid $4 for that, so he got $5 for this stuff. And like I said, this wasn't from the dollar table, but I also paid $1 for that. Now this, it's a Grundig shortwave AM/FM receiver, and it's fairly thin if you take a look. I was a little worried because it has some corrosion on the batteries there. Not a big deal, but fairly decent coverage. It covers what I was hoping it would cover. The only thing that bothers me about this, and I know that you can't feel it, but you hear that? Some of these rubberized coatings are notorious. I've seen it with hairbrushes. I've got another Grundig radio that did this, but this rubberized coating will get just absolutely disgusting, and you'll have to remove it. And if you do, then you're going to lose all your little descriptions on here and all this. So you kind of have to know the hardware. But anyways, he was asking $5. He wound up taking $2 for that and the case when I pointed out the stickiness and what's going to happen to it, and the batteries on the back are going to have to, that whole compartment's going to get cleaned out. I don't know that this works. I will find out. But yeah, $2 for that. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's just a Nintendo game. I wish that I had never sold my Nintendo games. So here I am. Find it when I find a a reasonable price on one, I'll pick it up. Kung Fu. I paid $2 for it. All right, moving right along. This is a little Sony media player, internet video player thing. What I found interesting is that you can install apps from the Google Play Store. I looked it up. I think I'm going to get this for my mother, so she doesn't have to get a smart TV. She just has been trying to avoid having to buy a new television, and that would be a cheap upgrade for her. I looked in there, everything's there. I obviously couldn't test it while I was there at the flea market, but the $5 I paid for it was worth the risk in my book. All right, and anybody who's been watching my videos or knows me knows that I'm from Missouri, and I like the state I'm from, and I currently reside in Missouri. So that's how I can get to the Wentzville flea market there in Wentzville, Missouri. I collect things with Missouri on them, books about Missouri, old newspaper articles if they're interesting to me. But yeah, I found this, and the gentleman was asking $20, and I didn't want to pay $20. It feels like it's brass. It's I know you can't feel it, but it's heavy. It's very heavy. So I like that. I'm going to try and figure out if I can find a way to display that. All right, moving right along. Now, the guy I get the coffee from, that is the guy I got this little booger from. Now, he also happened to have a whole thing full of gauze. And I wound up getting 11 rolls of gauze off of him and 41 of these just wound dressings. They're sterile sealed, all that fun stuff. I paid $5 for those. So those plus this, I wound up paying $6. Not too shabby. So I'm going to clear this stuff off and show the rest of what I got. Okay, so these two items are actually kind of number one on my list. They're kind of share an even spot. I'm equally proud of finding both of them. So I've actually been looking for a little grain mill for a while, and this, I actually remember this brand, Back to Basics. I don't know if they still exist or not, but I have a similar one that I had held on my Amazon cart, and it's like somewhere in the neighborhood of $80. And when I got the table and asked the lady about this one, I was a little shocked. It is all there. It's all there. Instructions are there, warranty card. It's a little sticky on the inside. So I don't know if that's packaging. I'm sorry, sticky up here on the inside. I don't know if that is just like from packaging, from having sat for so long. I think that this brand used to be around in like the 90s, late 90s. So now it's a different brand. This model was a 555. I paid $5 for this. I didn't argue or bicker the price down. I just asked the lady how much she wanted for it, and she said $5. Unfortunately, right afterwards, her husband tried to sell me a barbecue grill that was missing components. I had to pass on that. Now, this was actually my pride and joy for the trip. I guess it's tied. He was asking $50 for it, and I got to tell you, it was a bear to lug around. Just a kerosene heater. So it's interesting, though, because the way it was advertised, it's new in the box. He was asking $50. I did not pay $50 because, like I said, it was going to be a pain to carry around. It almost ended my shopping for the day. It was one of the last items I grabbed. Kerosene heater. Hey, check it out. I can get prepared for Y2K, folks. I can get prepared for Y2K. All right, but yeah, new and in the box. I'm going to pull it out later and make sure that it hasn't been damaged because the box is a little wet. But, I mean, it's a kerosene heater. There's not much going on here, so I don't see how it could honestly get damaged just by getting a little wet. Even rusty, the thing's still going to work. But, yeah, grand total for the day, I spent a little more than I really wanted to, but I think, like I said, I did really good. I think it was right around $72. Let me double check here. $73. So, I mean, quite the haul, considering I got something I was looking around on Craigslist to go and buy, and I also got a grain mill. So, I mean, I just got to figure out a use for it. If you think of something, put it in the comments. Anyhow, if you like what you see, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and, hit the notifications. I'll bring these to you just about every week, and I'll show you what I find at the flea market, thrift shops, estate sales, whatever. Give you an idea of things to go out and look for. Anyhow, Reagan's Ridge out.